What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Baby, everybody's gonna have to like look at this later on because like, my schedule's different. You know, as time go on, like some people change, and I made sure that I put in my description for this video that intelligent people speak about ideas. Dumb people talk about people. We cannot make a conscious effort to make the world better for our children if you're into all of that. If you plan on having a legacy, a lineage, and a bloodline that extends beyond you. I mean, if you got like, bad genes or, you know, don't want no part of you to see, the rest of this shit, then, this ain't the video for you. But if you consciously understand that everything that we do is to ensure that the next generation have a shot. And if you are constantly working against that by being a part of the things that distract us from seeing the world around us and seeing how, different entities play their part, and do the role, do the things that, you know, the enemy wants you to do, you know, because if you was on point, they wouldn't be able to get at you. So they're going to distract you with a lot of stupid stuff. So you can sit around and talk about people, 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 people. Look at what such and such doing. Oh, this one crashing out. Oh, look at such and such. Yeah, I don't like that person. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I'll sit and talk cash shit with the best of them. But when it's time to get serious, I'm ready. Now, let's just be honest about this thing right here. Um, Minneapolis. Child, let me take a sip of my damn zero sugar Pepsi because this is a lot. I can't even. First of all, 5 years ago, let's talk about it. 5 years ago, didn't Big George get killed in Minneapolis? For the first time in history, the American public, who's been aware of the Black Americans' plight, the foundational Black Americans' plight, been aware that, the police will get our ass. If we look wrong, if we move wrong, it's going down. So, we got to teach our little boys, when they go from being cute little boys to black men, oh my God, because they big and strong and things like that, AKA everything you ain't. I understand. But however, for the first time in history, people looked on and they watched and they saw. You understand? The reason, like, people don't understand the way that spirit plays a role. If you got a seat for your soul, if you know, you know. But this man cried out for his mother. And I think when he cried out, you understand, the heavens and the earth heard it. You understand? Because that was a spirit that was being oppressed and literally ripped out of his body. And he called on his mother's spirit. And I think everybody, I don't know about nobody else, but my spirit felt that. I felt that when he screamed for his mama. That's when I was like, oh my God. Okay. Now, everybody else, I don't know. I don't know how you rock. However, 5 years later, no, shit, we can do a year earlier, January 6th. All right. Here we go, 5 years later. What up, sis? Peace. What's up, baby? How you today? So we down here, couple years later, and what we got going on now? I don't think nobody want to have a whole immigrant conversation with me because that's when shit go left. That's when I turn into Freaky Jason and shit. Cause like they be trying to do their big one. So hey, go get that money. Okay? Go get that coin. That's what I'm talking about. Like, so that happened. And then like the day before yesterday, it was a lady named Renee Good. Now I want everybody to understand. There was a woman named Sonia Massey who was just standing in her kitchen. And like as soon as she said, Jesus, please, they popped that right in her head. Boom. And then said, ain't no point in EMTs coming. That's a headshot. She did. Okay. Yes, Friday is look, that's my time to shine. Okay? Shoot. But yeah, they hit in the head. They killed Big George. They killed Pepper, Freddie Gray in Baltimore. They killed like 14 more other people in Baltimore that year. Like that was just the one that everybody just went the fuck off. Cause people don't know that the young people in Baltimore got lead poison and they throw it off any goddamn way. It don't take much to set their little crazy asses off. And you talking about getting free shit, they gonna loot this shit. And they're not thinking about this, their own neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna be able to go to the store forever. No, F all that. It's up there. And they just went the fuck off and burnt down the city for like 2 goddamn days. Police was getting cold cock, knocked the fuck out. National Guard came to North Avenue, open air drug market. I ain't never seen it shut down. First day ever. You guys, well, no, we was still people over there selling crack, but the National Guard was across the street. And if your ass came past the line, this one little boy, he was real yellow and he was out there, you know what I'm saying, on his power to the people. And them little SWAT dudes with the shields, they stood in line, you know, they was like side by side. And it was like if you came up a certain way, they'd just advance their line and snatch, man, they just snatch your ass and pass you all the way back. Throw your ass in the paddy wagon. I mean, it was vicious. Vicious. I mean, you walk down the street, Don Lemon down the damn street, cause I seen him outside of the market and shit. I'm like, oh shit, Don Lemon. And he was like, you know who I am? I'm like, oh my God, yes. Like you got me through the pandemic. However, 2 days ago, this white woman was trying to stop them from getting at the Somalis. Now you see one truck pull up and they stop. Police just went around them. You know, like they try to, block the street with their cars. Cause they don't want them there or whatever. DC, gentrification is real. So like when they came in the Northeast, like you seen all them white people outside marching, like get the hell out of my city. Yo, that shit was funny. But they was out there though. They had the DC spirit. Go DMV. Uh, then so the lady's car sitting in the street, and as a realist, I'm just gonna say what's real, cause I'm tired of people dancing around this shit. That's why I had to do this, cause like it be some weird motherfuckers like that I don't even be knowing about that be looking at my shit and then they will hit me up. And I'm not a easy person to access. I'm not. If you don't have my direct number, chances are you're not going to access me until whenever I come back and look at whatever. That's just how it go. However, this person, so this woman, she set her car, in the street. They say she just dropped a little baby off, 6-year-old baby. And I guess she coming from there. She see the little ice dudes out, stop a car on the street because they got their lights on. They chasing somebody down. The ICE officer get out, go up to a car door. Now he telling her to move the F out of the way. One of them telling her, move the fuck out the way. So she cut her wheel to move the fuck out of the way. And as soon as she tapped that gas, that motherfucker said boom, 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 and hit her in the head 3 times. When I saw it, see if you're how can I say this? Because I don't want to make it sound cool because this shit gave me PTSD. But if you are aware of how those types of scenarios go, you know there's going to be smoke, there's going to be glass, and there's going to be blood. And that person's that person has left their body, but their central nervous system is still responding, you know, to because it's dying. But that person consciousness, their heart, like they man, long story short, they murdered that woman in the middle of the street. And that motherfucker walked off like he was goddamn Frank Nitty or some shit. Like he was the goddamn Don, and he just now stood on some serious business out there. And I mean, I ain't up, man. It was wicked, man. Come on, man. I mean, he hit that woman, boom, boom. And I'm talking when I seen, oh man, when I seen him just dumping on her in that car, I just put my hands on my eyes. I was like, no, no. Cause you see the lady sound at that you hear this one person, because this is what happens when you witness something like that. Your mind don't want to believe what you seeing. I hear the woman, one person that's seen it, one who had the phone. She is screaming, "What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck did you just do?" This is how you react. Now, this is the part that's going to be a little bit taboo. The reason that she thought she could be of service, the reason that she thought that they would not use deadly force, because trust me, no black person wouldn't have did that. Okay? No black person wouldn't have did that. The reason she thought they wouldn't hurt her is because she was white. But we living in a third world country now, man. The old rules don't apply. This is why this shit is unprecedented. Elijah Muhammad said back in the 70s, that when they let you have a women, this shit is over with. Because once upon a time, like, a white woman couldn't be in the car with a black man. Like, we gotta talk about it. Okay? Elijah Muhammad said when he let you, take his woman and be with his woman, that's when you know this shit over with. And I promise you, this shit is over with. Because they're being quiet. Exactly. She just was screaming, "What the fuck?" That's how you react. I promise you. That's how I reacted. Look, the first time I said, "Oh my God." And my uncle looked me in my eyes and said, "You didn't see anything." My uncle's very jolly, very, praised, sanctified, saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost. But when it came down to that right there, and what I later understood was me and my safety, my uncle was like, hell no, he wasn't taking no chances. You didn't see anything. Later on in life, I saw something just like that. And that's how I was. What the fuck? Because the person just pulled off. And we're sitting and we're looking like, the fuck? Like we couldn't believe it just happened. right in front of us. Like I promise you, when homicide got there, we couldn't even run away so that they couldn't, snatch us up and take us in question. We couldn't move. We couldn't believe what we saw. Couldn't believe it. I remember that day. I remember what I had on. I was like 15. I'll never forget that fucking day. I'm trying to tell you, the white people ain't safe no more. The lady only thought that she could help because white people used to be safe. Not no more. This shit different now. This shit is different now. They got this little the little gay preachers or whatever. Little gay preacher, go out there and protest. So they yelling at him, we not afraid. Preacher saying, well, he a priest. He see them about to go at this Mexican lady. He stand in front of the Mexican lady like, take me. Motherfucker put a gun to his head. ICE put a gun to his head. You scared now? You gotta understand, this is a person that, you know, they already, they kind of halfway live in the spirit plane. If you really are who you say y'all. So he like, nah, I'm not scared. They grab him, they put him in the paddy wagon. Don't you, their truck. Don't you know what they told this man? You white, you ain't gonna be no fun. Just gonna let you go. He said he just stood in the middle of the street because he couldn't believe how blatant the racism was. And this is a gay white man, and I'm talking about he was shocked. Like it ain't like people don't know racism exists. They know. It's just I do understand it's an uncomfortable part of the past. And a lot of people, like even my therapist, like when a lot of people go and check in their past. I'm talking about just 2 generations back. They see them relatives and they don't want to be associated with that, and it make them feel some kind of way. And instead of just saying, that ain't me, that ain't how I'm living, and that ain't what I stand for, they rather just, gaslight, rage bait, try to kind of redirect the conversation in any direction, but theirs. And a lot of people get hurt in the process, and we are in a third world country now. I just want everybody to know that when they go and take over different countries, when you see coups happening all over Africa and in the what's that part of the world, damn it, y'all, I'm South America. I'm not, y'all, I'm halfway out of it. I'm coffee and all of that. It's overwhelmed from overstimulated from this fucking news and shit. This shit is a lot. Anyway, the Lord priest say all I could do was stand in the middle of the street and say, "Oh my God, oh my God, these people are blatantly racism, and they're looking. They got orders from the top to go find every Somalian and give them hell." And whether they did something or not, whatever, round their asses up. Get them out of here. Denaturalize their ass. Get up out of here, anchor baby. All that shit. And listen, I just want to say that I do not advocate for the violence. But these people been online talking shit for like a whole damn month, bruh. And I ain't talking about no little comments. These people been online talking some shit. You hear me? It was one dude. I am the Yeah, go work for me, white boy. Yeah, y'all Americans, y'all animals, y'all work for me. While I stay home with my EBT card and my apartment, my free apartment given to me by Ilhan. Yeah, this our country now. And he did that shit for like a solid week. Nigga get on live one day, right? I apologize. I am something, something, something. And America's been, and it was just satire. Man, look, when he turned on, now he getting scared, right? He turned on his internet. You know how you see the Wi-Fi, you know, different Wi-Fi networks. One of them said FBI. And he was like, I think the FBI looking for me. You think? You don't think every American that pay taxes was mad at that? No. You know they take taxes from all of us, right? Man, that his ass gone. It's people that's late as hell. They already deported dude. He been gone. Okay? Yeah, the white people ain't safe no more. This shit gone. This over with. Everybody that got a place to run back to, run your ass back. Everybody that's foundational, meaning this is your place, ante up. Shit about to go left. Okay? Okay? This shit is about to go left. Can't nobody tell me nothing different. We just now watched, well, in Portland, Oregon, two more. A white man and a white woman. What was they doing? Trying to get ICE the fuck out of their neighborhood. And they got popped. They shooting down white folks now. And these dudes ain't no people that nobody don't know who they is. No. These is them crazy people from the insurrection. This is them. They're not trained or nothing. They just come and, you know what I'm saying? They get their student loans paid. They get a $50,000. They get paid for that shit. Okay, I get paid, bitch. I get paid. I'm talking. Yeah, they get paid well to drive around and give people hell. And if you really really on one of these good lists or something like that, then it's your lucky day. They gonna deal with you. What's up, Brown Beauty? How you doing, boo? Ain't seen you in a minute, baby. Yeah, yeah. They damn. It was Minnesota where the one lady got shot. Then Portland, Oregon, two people got shot, and everybody better know that the American spirit experiment, this shit over with. Y'all immigrants that's trying so hard to stay here, even though they taking everything from y'all. Especially y'all goddamn Somalians. Y'all done stole a whole bunch of money. More than y'all goddamn GDP. Y'all GDP 12 billion. Y'all stole 18 billion from the damn taxpayers. Y'all better take that shit and run. Cause if y'all stay over here, you ain't safe. They shooting white women in the street now. Your black ass ain't got a chance in hell. And the woman got killed trying to defend y'all's ass. Y'all better get y'all Sharpies and poster boards and get y'all's ass in the street. Cause I feel like she died for y'all's ass. And that's just me personally. I ain't trying to like blame shift or rage bait. I'm just saying from an outsider looking in. Cause that shit ain't our fight, black folk. Okay? It's just not. That's not our fight. I better not see no black people out there talking about some damn free Somalis. Cause they don't like your black ass, okay? They wouldn't let you come to their cookout or nothing else. That's why they ass is standing by their damn self right now. They had 30 years to make a fucking friend at the sandbox. They did not. Okay? That's how long they been there. That's how long ago we watched them commercials with Sally Struthers fat ass and them with the flies all over 'em with the big blowed up stomachs and stuff. It's been 30 years. Yes, I know that make us old as shit, but guess what? It is what it is. Yeah, that ain't our fucking fight. I better not see not one damn black person out there talking about some fucking Somalians. They don't now like your ass. They have said it in every which way. It just so happened they made a mistake and fucked with a couple white people. And the shit got sent to the highest heights of government. Why? Because everybody got a fucking phone. Everybody's phone got a recorder. One Somali dude frauding his ass off, throwing money. Yeah, white boy to a dude that's working in Walmart. All he doing is stocking some fucking TVs. And one of them arrogant motherfucking big forehead ass motherfuckers just come screaming and hollering. I mean, this little white child looking at him like, what the fuck? The optics of it. You don't think nobody looked at that shit and said, who the fuck? Man, look, somebody that can do something about it. A person that can't do nothing about it, looked at it like, who the fuck they think they is? Imagine how somebody that is in a white nationalist group already feel some kind of way. How you think they felt about it when they seen that shit? What you think they said when they seen, yeah, and got my free apartment from Ilhan. Yeah, white boys go work for me. Why I go use my EBT and live in my free apartment I got from Ilhan? What the fuck, man? You painted a target on all of y'all people. You don't get to go. This is America. You don't get no backseas, motherfucker. Y'all ain't picked up a history book, huh? Y'all don't know what this is? Guess what? Well, now you need to probably look up the Green Book and Hitler's Nazi Germany, because that's what the fuck's going on. I mean, nobody wanted to read Project 2025. Everybody thought, and anybody that was talking about politics was a fucking, a weirdo, or you was in your conspiracy theory bag. You know what I'm saying? I was called many different things for saying, hey, you heard about this Project 20? You can look at my comments. You can look on my goddamn posts. You can look through my history on my page right now. Look at what I was saying all around election time. I'm talking about damn near a year. Because it was people that knew that Trump from the first term wasn't running. Nah, this Trump 2.0, my man a little bit older, a little bit slower. And if you know anything about men when they're aging, pride is the devil. And you give somebody that's that afflicted physically all of that power, and their mind is dementia riddled. Okay? And so they just live in old mob fantasies and shit. How, they wish they was John Gotti and things of that nature. So, okay, you get them to pass, because guess what? Somebody put them there, and other people propped him up while he there. It gotta be some people telling him he right. But what about our vice president? What's his excuse? He a young, able man. What's all the other people excuse? I mean, we know Elon excuse. He really a German. He not American. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he's a foreign actor that probably just want to see us fucked up. But I mean, what's everybody else's excuse? What's everybody else's excuse for just acting slow as shit? I mean, nobody can't believe that. I mean, after that shit on January 6th, you can't believe that you ain't think no crazy shit was gonna happen. Come on. A couple police died. One dude was young. He just went home and had like fucking 5 or 6 strokes. Okay? So, yeah, this some third world country shit. Then you got RFK with the new goddamn food pyramid. These niggas is so lazy that they couldn't even make their own pyramid. They just turned the shit upside down, bruh. They turned the pyramid upside down and just put a whole bunch of damn meat and dairy. So you supposed to eat all of this fucking meat and dairy so you can have all of the fucking neuropathy and bloatedness in the world. Just gonna be a bunch of bloated cheese eating motherfuckers. Cheese and meat, you know, maybe a piece of broccoli every now and again. Uh oh yeah, and at the bottom, was the fiber, was the grains. Now I'm down with the whole, you know, the processed food and the processed fats and sugars. Okay, I'm with that. Processed food has been, the bane of America's existence. But everything else is ass backwards. It goes against everything we was ever taught about food. So you telling me I'm supposed to go down there and make mad cheese and beef and skim on the green veggies and just, make a fucking big ass T-bone with some goddamn what? Put some Kobe on it. I don't really know. I don't know how you do that, but just put some type of cheese on it and then just give it to people and say, you know what? If you shit, you shit. You're on your own, you know? Cause I ain't even see no fruit on there. I don't even know if it's fruit on there. All I saw was a look like a romaine, broccoli, carrot, a can of green beans because they know motherfuckers going poor. Okay, have you ever seen a canned good on a fucking food pyramid? This shit going up, man. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. It was a fucking. Look at it. Look at the new food pyramid. Google that shit. It's a can of green beans on that shit. A can. I'm working on my editing, so I'm gonna start to pre-record and have all of my you know have all of my things like just I'm gonna edit the video and then do it like that, and I probably just like be in the chat while the video is going on. But man, look, the food pyramid is upset. They fucking shooting down white women. Now, you better know that ever since when it was always a decent white woman that was willing to be down for the cause, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, black people already knew. Like, you ain't heard of a black person involved with this ICE shit this whole time. We already knew. We already ain't fucking with the police. But for them to do that to that woman like that in the middle of the street, that shit is unprecedented. Everybody in this whole entire country need to be appalled. Okay? And everybody needs to get ready. Get ready. Because if they come to your city, your area, they gonna apply that same pressure. It don't look like they about to stop, and it don't look like they care. Like I say, this man just bopped off like the fuck he just now did something slick. And you done damn killed a woman in the street. And then you got Fox News screaming lesbian, 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 lesbian. Keep calling a woman a damn lesbian. And, you know, this woman got a baby that she had just now dropped off to school, and she wanted to throw a cape on for, you know what I'm saying, one of her little neighbors and shit, and they just got her. And, prayers up for her and her family, and, especially her little baby, like her little boy. Like, that shit is crazy, man. That ain't had to go like that. But you could see the shit was going off the rails when the dude was pulling on the goddamn door, and you could see the way she was cutting the wheel. She was she listened at the last minute, but she was doing what they say. She was getting out the way. It's just that crazy ass goddamn nut ass dude just came and just shot her. Man, she ain't almost hit nobody. Those dudes wasn't even in the, trajectory of her car. They did not have to use lethal force. They didn't have to kill her. They didn't. They didn't have to kill her. But they did. And everybody better be concerned. And everybody that's black, you better sit your black ass down, because guess what? They shooting white women in the street, man. And if you a white woman, you better not take your ass out there. You too, okay? You can't put on your cape for nobody. No. No, you can't put your cape on. No. Mm-mm. Why? Because they'll hurt you too. They don't care no more. The old rule book is out. Okay, so that rule book that was out here, from the damn 1800s to now, 1700s to now, the shit over with. From the time of the Puritans, goddamn it, it's over. Okay, it's over. That part is over. The protection is gone, because that dude was not phased. Only thing I was thinking was, damn, what kind of drugs is he on? That gotta be some other shit for you to do some shit like that and just walk away. And you got on a little mask, you hiding your face and shit. You know what I'm saying? But this Beyonce's internet, they found his ass in like 55 seconds. His ass was on Beyonce's internet with that mask on, man. I'm talking about they still, man, shit. On Don Lemon, they was saying his whole damn government. All right, I'm telling you, they found out who he was quick, quick, quick. You ain't gonna be on Beyonce's internet playing like that, okay? Show your whole card like that. Let everybody see. Let everybody see who you really are. Show your real ass. Yeah, that's what you did, and you gonna pay a price for that. You gonna pay the price for that one, bruh. That ain't it right there. I mean, they kindly let your ass know. Kindly. That ain't it. Shit, Jesse, what's his name? Jesse the Body. Yeah, Jesse the Body Ventura. He used to be the governor of Minnesota. He said, yeah, we in a third world country now. That this is how we go. He said a lot of other stuff too. I'm not gonna go there because mm-mm, I don't say controversial things like that. But we in some we in some dangerous times right now for fam. Like anybody that I guess what I want to say is that if they come to your city, your town, I mean, we already know how to proceed with the police. That's our ice. You know what I'm saying? That's our ice. Police, they come from wherever they come from. They come in the city and try to be tough, and that one day don't nobody want to hear that shit. They get hurt. I know my cousin kidnapped one of them. Motherfuckers was on here showing his criminal record like I was gonna feel ashamed. Motherfucker really thought I was gonna feel ashamed. Do you know how that motherfucker got it? I gave it to him. I want to let you understand this is my pedigree. And I'm talking about since the fucking 1800s. My people get down. We ain't talking about shit for a long time. I don't like talking about it. Bust a fucking move. All right? Bust a move. Because I'm coming back home to my fucking children. Okay? Bust a move. That's all I ask of you. Give me a goddamn reason. Give me a reason. Bust a fucking move. Cause I mean, I know in real life you ain't gonna never, you know what I'm saying? But shit, the fuck like Kendra said, bitch, I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way you dress. Okay? If me and you got a problem, bitch, I'm the biggest hater. I fucking hate you. You understand? Forever. Alright? Forever. I hate a motherfucker since the third grade. To this day, this bitch speak to me. She was on my Facebook the other day telling me, hey, bitch, you stole my motherfucking pencil, bitch. Fuck you. You understand? That shit is forever with me. So, nothing can change. I'm not that type of person. I'm sorry. Matter of fact, I'm not sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. I'm just not that type of person. We just can't never be gang after you motherfucking cross the line. Even if you stole my pencil when you was 9 years old. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. It's up there. It's up there. We had beef then, we got beef now. It's only a couple of people. And those people, when I met them, we didn't like each other. It wasn't like we was friends, went left. No, 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 no. When I met them, I ain't like them. They ain't like me. That's how it was. We got to know each other. Then we was cool. Okay. Because we both coming from a place where, we don't know each other. But if you knew me, decided to go up against me, lie on me, slander me, all those things, you know, just so you can look dumb in the motherfucking end. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I'm the biggest hater. Okay? I'm not gonna go out my way to, entertain you because that's not my thing either. Cause arguing and screaming and hollering and all of that shit, that ain't my thing. I like to punch bitches between their eyes. You know what I'm saying? I like to poke people in their fucking eyeball and shit. You know what I'm saying? I like to press my weight on people, you know what I'm saying, and exasperate the fuck out of them and beat them in their head. I like shit like that. Okay? I mean, if it ever, you know, was to come my way, you know what I'm saying? I ain't ducking the smoke. I'm just saying, I ain't looking for it either, but hey, if it was to go down, it gotta go down. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All of those hateful words turn into hateful things. And I'm just saying, that shit ain't going nowhere. It ain't going nowhere, you know. It don't matter how long I don't speak on you. It don't matter how long I don't give a fuck about you. Because I'm not going to go out my way. I truly don't give a fuck about you. And that's why if I ever seen you, I beat the shit out you. And that's why if I ever seen you, me and everybody that's with me is going to beat the shit out you. That's just how it is. Just I'm a product of my environment, But I'm not fucking looking to argue or fight with anybody. No, I'm not confrontational like that. I'm not no fucking banshee. I'm not gonna be out here. No, no, that ain't my style. I like to chill and laugh. Now, if it's one thing I'm gonna be guilty of, it's gonna be laughing at some shit or saying some funny ass shit and real or being very serious, pondering some shit. you know, because I be really serious in deep thought, okay? Like, I be in deep fucking thought. Like, I be really thinking about shit. I be like in my own zone. So if, you decide that you want to, be out here and do whatever, that's you. That's your life. You do what you got to do for yourself to make yourself feel satisfied. But as for me, I'm not satisfied if I'm not progressing. I'm not satisfied if I'm not moving up. I'm not satisfied if I'm not doing better. I'm not satisfied if I don't have more today than I did yesterday. I'm not satisfied. I'm not going to be satisfied with that. So it has to be progress. You understand? It has to be some type of progression, positive progression. I can't just sit there and just, shit, it just go to shit and I'm just there. You know what I'm saying? But I got a meeting, so I have to go. Uh Holler at me in the comments and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Puerto Rican. Have a good day at work, sis. Brown Beauty World. Much love to you, babes. Thanks for coming. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that see this later on or whatever, much love to you too. Peace.